Every year students take the stage, and we as a community are privileged to see some of their work in performance. And we constantly have people saying, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I never knew they had it in them." And they are surprised and delighted each and every year. But from where I sit, and where I stand, and where I work as the drama coordinator, I usually see it coming. It's often sparked in the lower school with experiences there and honed in drama classes in the upper school or in outside activities. And it's just waiting for the right opportunity to come out. This year, we want to recognize a few people, and I want us to remember that although we call it play, it takes a lot of hard work. And we're going to honor the work of 3 of those who are just 3 of many, and we'd like to thank them for their performances, large and small, that we've shared as a community. So I'd like to ask Hannah Shastari and Ozzie Brooks and Izzy Scapitici to please come up. Although it's not often that we recognize an 8th grader, we couldn't let you get away without acknowledging your acting ability, your incredible vocal range, and your growth as a performer. Getting a major role as a 7th grader can sometimes be a blessing or a curse, because where do you go from there? And what Hannah did for us this year is show us just that in the best of all possible ways. You take on a part that may not be as large, but you bring every bit of talent, effort, and dedication to it in the same way you did the year before. You also take the skills that you've learned and apply them behind the scenes, working on anything and everything that needs to be done. Even, I think, playing the role of little Sydney one day. She always notices where she's needed, and she knew everything that had to be accomplished. But besides that, what most of you didn't see is she took all of her skills and really put them together to craft a very detailed and wonderful scene from a dramatic piece in 8th grade drama class. And I have a lot of respect for that, because that showed that you're maturing as a theater artist. So, although the school will miss you here on this stage, we know that you're off to a lot of wider opportunities, and I want you to spread your wings. Ozzie, you may be our word of the day czar, but there's a phrase from theater that is not in your vocabulary, and that phrase is marking it. Never does Ozzie just go through the motions. He throws himself, often quite literally, as yesterday at Nazco Gym against the window, into pretty much everything he does on stage and off. And that boldness is a wonderful, wonderful attribute in the theater. He's open to taking direction and worked hard at every rehearsal to make his performance better. He also learned that there's a lot that goes on backstage, especially working on that invitation for Terrapalooza, which every time he did it and we thought it was done, there was always something else, but he kept at it, and now he really realizes it takes time, but it's worth it. Humor is just a part of who you are. We all know that, even when sometimes it goes over our heads. But when I think of Ozzie, I'm always going to think of his performances here bookended by 2 laughs. The first one in Broadway Singers, when he burst on the scene, when Miss Belinkie needed someone to laugh in Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat. And he was stunning. And the last one, that very sinister and evil laugh of the God of Death in Island. And that to me shows his range and his growth. And what I'd like to see is him bring to fruition the promise of bringing that talent and that intellect to a wide array of challenges both on and off stage. You're ready for it, so go get them. what's called a triple threat: singer, actor, and dancer. But there is not a prima donna bone in that girl's body. Not one. You have a generosity of spirit that makes you the heart and soul of any ensemble. Whether playing a small role or taking on a lead part or working tirelessly behind the scene to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Usually noticing it and getting it done before we even know it needs to be done. In theater, we say that a play is only as good as its weakest link. But with you in any production or in any drama class, everyone rises to your level of commitment, and we are all better for it. I'll get through it. I've been delighted to watch you grow as a theater artist, giving the same strong effort to making posters and designing logos for Terrapalooza as you did to the choreography lines and songs in Island. That was your show, Izzy, your role, and your time to make your mark. But it was only the beginning. I wish that I could just pack you up and take you wherever it is I might be going. But you have a date with the secondary school and some wonderful new opportunities. And what a gem they are getting.